Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, is that Lex? It's Astrosthetics. Let's take it worldwide. Whoa, GloRilla. I know you must be feeling glorious after you dropped a project like this. Wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this GloRilla album review, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Alright, and I hope y'all having a great day as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, GloRilla, she dropped her album Glorious, and this is the best project of the year that I've heard so far. Every single song is a perfect balance between what GloRilla is dreaming about. She gets transparent on the records. The beats is kicking. Her beat selection, perfect. How she opens up, her level of vulnerability on every song. Whenever she chooses to open up for a second, she give you some insight, and then she get right back to the ratchet. And it's amazing. This is really, in my opinion, for all artists, when you're dropping the music, this is what an album should be like. Like, if I heard all of these songs, and if GloRilla was like, yo, I'm thinking about putting this on a mixtape, I would have been like, nah. This is an album right here. Because it is quality. The first track, GloRilla is recounting her experiences in the Buick. She's talking about the Buick. The way she's speaking, the lingo that GloRilla, I hear a lot of New York lingo in this project. I hear you talking about you bugging. Yo, GloRilla, you should have threw a you wildin' in there. You feel me? You should have just threw a little you wildin' in there, a dead ass on one or two bars. But listen, I love this project. The first track, amazing records. And I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I like every single song on here. The record with Sexyy Redd is amazing. I'm gonna bump this project the whole day today. When I'm listening to an artist, this is what I'm expecting. I didn't have to question whether or not I was getting quality or forcing myself to like something. GloRilla delivered on this project in an amazing way. And once again, if all artists, if you're not dropping music like this, or if your first album is not cracking like that, then just call it a mixtape, or just deadass split it up into an EP. Because from the very first track, GloRilla tell you what she's doing. Riding, bumping gangster music back when she had the Buick. Telling you about how she used to work at Checkers. Yo, GloRilla, can we get some of them fries, please? With some honey mustard on the side? The first track, intro, solid. The second track, hold on. She captures every vibe on this. She bring you through different places. When one place it's like this emotional young lady that's figuring out the hurdles of dealing with relationships. Then she get on some ratchet thotty. She give you that perfect mix of emotions, ratchetness, and some thotty activity. Rapping from different perspectives and different points of experience. It's substance once again throughout the whole project. She's getting that all of them haters that's hating on her big glow chain. Listen, when we're saying get them glow got them. Get them glow on this album, she got them. The second track, Hold On's fire. The third track with GloRilla and Lotto bodied that. Lotto got that. Did that little Tyler flow rub off on Lotto a little bit, America? But listen, Lotto delivered her delivery, how she was sliding on that beat. It's amazing. It reminded me of Lil Tyler a little bit. Lotto did a fantastic job on that. And how they're talking, y'all know this is one of the best astronomy channels on the YouTube, right? On YouTube. So yeah, I love hearing that. GloRilla Lotto talking about, told that I need the world and the moon, the sun and the moon, all of that. Amazing project. She talking about she got that make her want to jump the broom. Like, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, the substance on this project, GloRilla delivered, and she captured. This is what it is. The fourth track on here, TGIF, We heard that already. That track is going viral. It fit in very well in the album. Did GloRilla outdo FNF? F free E nigga E. I don't worry about my worry about my. She outdid that record by 100. There was conversation saying that Sexyy Redd came in and captured that vibe, and GloRilla created her own lane. Sexyy Redd's in her own lane. Sexyy Redd is also on this project too. That's just showing you that GloRilla. Who would have expected that? It's almost like people was trying to pit them against each other. And then GloRilla does a song with her and she flipped the Boosie sample and they got a banger. But on this fourth track, TGIF, it fits very well in the project. GloRilla know what she's doing. You cannot front on this girl. And listen, America, anytime you see an artist get kind of cool a little bit, they buzz kind of fire down a little bit. But then when they get hot again, and they're able to get hot and keep it going, those are the artists that are the legends, in my opinion. There's only a handful of artists that can do that. One of them being Future. Future is the last artist that I've seen do that. I was hoping that Fetty Wap was able to do it, and I don't think he was able to, but GloRilla did it. Anytime I see artists cool out and get hot again, they're automatically a legend. And I think GloRilla did it on a level that's reminiscent of Future. Alright, because GloRilla, that track she had with Fabio Foreign, I don't know if everybody was jacking that. And then she recalibrated. Even some of her beats on this. Hey, yo, GloRilla, we could tell you love the town. GloRilla, just say you love the town. Okay, we need to have GloRilla in a I Love NY t-shirt. Because I hear it in her lingo, her beats, how she rides some of the beats and how she let the beat just kick. Yeah, like that's some New York right there. Like, and she does a great job with it. Now, the next track on here, What You Know About Me, fire. She bigging up Memphis in this. She bigging up CMG. She's bigging up her hometown roots. And of course, you know with GloRilla, you always gonna get her friends. And this is actually the record with Sexyy Redd. Sexyy Redd, right? Sexyy Redd is one of GloRilla's ratchet ass friends. And then on the next track, GloRilla pops out and they're riding on the Boosie joint, the Wipe Me Down joint, and that's a banger. This record is a can't miss. Can't miss right here, alright? They did their thing on this. Now the next record, Stop Playing. This is an amazing record. Alright, you know GloRilla, she a little ratchet on this, but this is one of those, like, yo, it's called Stop Playing, right? Stop Playing. And I think her music is definitely uplifting for young ladies. GloRilla music, I let my daughter listen to this. And that was what made me really like Des Dior music. And y'all know Des Dior is one of my favorite woman rappers. But what made me love her music was there was like this element of maturity in it, but she wasn't trying to force that on the audience. And GloRilla captures the same thing on this project. She captures that same vibe. And a lot of the records on here, she got a heavy first verse, on every verse GloRilla bodies it. Every single verse. She's talking about healing, and then she go right back to getting money. She healing, then she getting money. And that's a perfect dichotomy. And GloRilla might be one of the best artists that I've seen do that. And I think that's really her staying true to herself. Teeting that line. Then the next track, Don't Deserve with Mooney Long. Amazing. This is an amazing record right here. You know, Mooney Long, she did the hours and hours. Can I get back up your flowers? Alright, Mooney Long, hearing her come off like this, she bodied this. I don't know who wrote this hook. This right here is amazing. Once again, GloRilla, the way she talks and the substance that she's talking about, it's almost like she putting the young ladies on, and she's like showing them the game a little bit, but she's not going too deep into that. This album, every song on here is an amazing record. The only ones that I honestly probably skipped was the ones that I heard already, and that's because I was excited to hear what was after that. Then her next track, the next record, Rain Down on Me, GloRilla, she's speaking to I guess she's speaking to her brothers and sisters. She's praising God on the record. And this right here is like almost like a gospel record. She ain't curse on this record one time. Not one use of profanity, not one curse. She got a choir on there, Kirk Franklin on this project. GloRilla and Nicki Minaj got the best woman albums of the decade right now. The last woman album that I heard that I like, and y'all know I know some of the ladies don't like hearing the females term, right? So that's why I say woman in rap. Nicki Minaj, she been smoking it. Other than that, it was Megan Thee Stallion and her first few mixtapes that was kicking for me. Meg's first mixtapes was kicking. But since this decade began, Nicki Minaj and GloRilla are the women that have been making the most quality music. This album is not debatable. Everybody's universally saying it's fire, because that's what it is. And then on the next track, Glow's Prayer, GloRilla go in again. GloRilla, she got another record where she reflecting, speaking about her relationship with God. And of course, she keeps it in a sonically appeasing way. And I'm sure her fans is going to love this. She's speaking to God on the record, thanking the God for her blessings, reflecting. And it's all in a consistent, great fashion. Great record. Then the next track, How I Look with Meg, fire. I like when Meg get on them hooks and do weirdo-ish. You know what I'm saying? I like when Meg take risk and do weird, unorthodox, experimental flows on the music. And on this record, her and GloRilla captured that hook, How I Look, it's fire. Fire, fire, fire. GloRilla, once again, y'all, she every record is just fire. Every single record. And Meg is going in. And Meg is going in. I don't know if Meg was threw a little sub in there at Nicki Minaj. I don't know if she was calling Nicki a goofy what. But Meg and Nicki, I don't know if them ladies is past that. It looked like Meg gave Nicki a bar or two. And I say that because when Meg wanna go in on the trolls, she'll do it. She'll suffocate a troll with her butt like she did in the music video. So if Meg was talking to the trolls, she would have said it. But instead, she says a goofy beat on Twitter because, look, Meg, you know what, like me, is going to wonder, yo, was you talking about Nicki? And of course, GloRilla bodied every verse on the project. Every single verse. Every one of them. The next track is called I Ain't Going. And this is a great record right here. This record, she kind of going in on not letting put hands on her, none of that stuff. All right, and this is a solid record, right? Because we don't domestic violence. That's not good, right? I pray all of my listeners listening. I pray that none of y'all deal with that. Pray that none of y'all gotta go through that, and that's not a good thing. So I love hearing GloRilla speak about this. Like, these are new topics and subject matters that she's speaking about, and it sounds sonically appeasing. She's carving out her own lane, and everything sounds right on par and lit, right? It sounds lit. And then when you actually look at what she's talking about, you're like, yo, she said that? Amazing. Then the next record called Step with Bossman D-Lo's fire. He got a crazy viral record, and I love his verse on that. His verse is fire on this. Like, the way he came off was amazing. Of course, you know, he got a sense of sarcasm in his music. He bodied that his verse. And GloRilla, I mean, look, when you got GloRilla on doing a hook first or a intro, and when she come in on that first verse, she bodies it. She bodies it, and it's like the stuff that she's saying. Hey, yo, GloRilla, what was you doing before you got on? It's like, yo, GloRilla, you got an uncle or a cousin, or let's say, yo, GloRilla, who them ratchet ass friends? What was y'all really up to out there in the Memphis streets? Shout out people from Memphis, yo. Yo, people from Memphis, they are dope as hell. They'll tell you in a second, I'm from Memphis. I'm from Memphis. All right? Big shout out to Tennessee, Memphis, everybody down there. Because y'all got one with this. Then GloRilla come back on the next record, Let Her Cook. That's going crazy. All right, this record is amazing. She got one with this, right? And I think it's self-explanatory. But her bars on this, she said, "These just tender, let them learn. No, they hate to see her win and play that Usher, let it burn." Like these just tender. And then you're talking about let her cook on the record. Like that's very creative. GloRilla is very creative, and I love bars like that, yo. Amazing record. The next record, I Love Her with T-Pain. T-Pain is in my top 5 most influential artists, period. He bodied this hook. GloRilla was a little ratchet on this, okay? GloRilla was ratchet on this, and then T-Pain pops up so soulful and make you feel like you in church for a second. And then GloRilla comes back in and she wilded out on this verse. All right, but them harmonies that T-Pain was hitting, T-Pain bodied this record, bodied it. This is like one of them old T-Pain choruses that changed the course of music. Y'all remember that in like 2006 to 2009? That was T-Pain's era. GloRilla captured that perfectly on this. Amazing record. Amazing. Then the last track, Queen of Memphis, GloRilla bodied this. Now, Friday, I gotta warm up to his music a bit more. And I'm just being honest, like, and I'm saying that because the stuff that he does, it sounds like a mix of like The Weeknd and Giveon a bit. Like he has a formulaic approach to music, and I do think his voice is unique. He don't have a record that really connected with me yet, but his feature on this is GloRilla used this record like how Khaled used it on God Did. Y'all remember that? Oh, I know God did. Oh, yes, he did. Y'all know, like, GloRilla kind of got in that bag. She definitely did a fantastic job on this verse, and Friday bodied the verse. And that's what I'm saying. Like, GloRilla is one of those woman rappers that she'll make a nigga like me want to listen to her music a bit. You feel me? Like today, I'm gonna have this record on repeat a bit, cause this is one of the only albums that I've heard in a while with no skips on it since Nicki Minaj Pink Friday 2. And this album, Grammy nomination, I could see the Grammy nom. I could see GloRilla if she come back in the summertime on a vibe like this. I think GloRilla has this down to a formula. And when I start talking about artists like this, GloRilla could be one of those, right? And 2 more albums on this level, and GloRilla is there, right? I don't know if this is GloRilla's debut album, but if this is GloRilla's debut album, she got the best debut album that I've heard in years. This album is undeniably great, and this is the standard for how women should rap, in my opinion. Yeah, you got a little thotty activity on there. I think GloRilla captures the experience of everything she's talking about perfectly well. The way you'll listen to her music, and then how she connect with you and make, I feel like, I find myself listening to her music like I feel you. Like, I see what you saying. Like, that's real. I'm like, I'm out to DM her and like, GloRilla, like, that's real. She know how to connect with you. And music has been missing that. Kudos to GloRilla. Kudos to her team for creatively guiding this. If there was any of that. But GloRilla, I'm tipping my hat to you. And this is an amazing body of work. Amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. And y'all let me know if I'm wildin'. But GloRilla got one of the best projects that I've heard in years. And I recommend all of y'all listen to it. By the 2nd or 3rd track, you're going to be like, wait, I wasn't expecting this. And then when you start hearing them beats hitting, and then when you start hearing what she's talking about and what she's saying, I don't think there's any way that people can listen to this project and not love it. This album is amazing. Great job once again, GloRilla. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know it's Astro Aesthetics. Let's get it. Peace. Yeah.